Albert Woodfox spent 43 years alone in a prison cell, not because he was violent, not because he was dangerous, but because the system decided to bury him. His name is Albert Woodfox. In the early 1970s, Albert was incarcerated at Louisiana State Penitentiary, known as Angola Prison. It was one of the most brutal prisons in America, built on a former slave plantation and ruled by fear, violence, and racial tension. In 1972, a white prison guard was murdered inside the facility. The prison needed someone to blame. Albert Woodfox was accused, along with another inmate, Herman Wallace. There was no physical evidence linking them to the crime. The case relied on unreliable witnesses and testimony that later fell apart. Albert maintained his innocence from the beginning. It didn't matter. He was convicted and immediately sent to solitary confinement. His cell was 6 by 9 feet, a steel door, a small slit for food, no human contact. 23 hours a day, sometimes 20-4 days blended into weeks, weeks into years, years into decades. In solitary, silence becomes loud, time loses meaning, your thoughts become your only company, and sometimes your worst enemy. Albert watched men around him, their sanity. Some screamed for hours, some stopped speaking entirely, some took their own lives. He refused to break. He exercised in his cell. He read everything he could find. He focused on discipline and routine. He told himself one thing every day: they will not take my mind. Decades passed. The outside world changed completely. Presidents came and went. Technology transformed society. Civil rights advanced. Albert remained in a concrete box. His conviction was overturned multiple times due to prosecutorial misconduct and constitutional violations. Each time, the state retried him. Each time, they kept him in solitary. For over 40 years, Albert Woodfox ate alone, slept alone, and lived without touch. Psychologists say prolonged solitary confinement can permanently damage the brain. Albert survived it. In 2016, after 43 years in isolation, a federal judge finally ordered his release. The state of Louisiana dropped all charges. Albert Woodfox walked out of Angola Prison a free man. At the age of 69, he had spent more time in solitary confinement than any known prisoner in American history. Today, Albert speaks around the world about prison reform and the psychological torture of solitary confinement. He does not speak with hatred. He speaks with clarity. Because surviving isolation didn't make him weak. It proved how strong a human being can be, even when the system tries to erase them.